You're forcing them to cut corners by driving the price so low, right? People have to make money. Everyone's happy when they're making money. That's just a fact. We have a team of people whose only job is to negotiate with suppliers in our network to get better terms, to get better pricing, to get better quality. It's all they think about every day. Makes up an entire department here at the company. But when I started the company, this was all on me, right? I visited 2 factories, 3 factories almost every day for a couple years. I speak fluent Mandarin and have since I got here, so I've developed a strategy for negotiating with factory bosses, which is what I'm going to try to teach you in this video. The number one problem that I see people negotiating, and this isn't just in China, this isn't just about doing business with factories. This is in business general. I think the number one rookie mistake in negotiating is trying to get the price down without realizing what they are doing to the quality of whatever finished product or service that they're trying to generate. There's a book called Poorly Made in China that to me is saying that Chinese factories don't want to cut corners, right? Either they don't know exactly what they're doing and they're saying yes to get the business or just to make you happy, or they're cutting corners because you're forcing them to cut corners by driving the price so low, right? People have to make money. That's just a fact. And the more money they make, the happier they're going to be, the more willing they're going to be to make your product perfect. Right now, I know that sounds counterintuitive, but to me, what I've learned in my time in China is be willing to pay for the product that you're making. Be willing to allow other people to make money based on your creative idea, right? Be willing to be generous and share the profits with the people within your supply chain. They'll be more excited. They'll be happier. Your end product will be better. The entire process will be smoother. Communication will be better. You won't have to chase them down, right? Everyone's happy when they're making money. Now, that's not to say that you should overextend your generosity. You should absolutely do your research, understand what things cost, and come up with a number that makes sense for other people to make. However, nickel diming, especially in the earlier stages, is going to result in shoddy made products. It's just not going to be good for anybody. Everyone's going to get upset. No one's making money. You can't sell anything, and so everybody dipsets. Obviously, long term, you want to worry about your pricing. You want to worry about your margins. You want to figure out, how do I make more money per unit, right? That's how you scale. That's not how you enter the market. You enter the market with perfect product. Allow people to make money in the early days. It's the only way you're going to make things that matter. Once you do that, right, you're giving them price. So why do you give them price, right? Everyone loves money. Yeah, so do I. Why am I giving them money? So that you can negotiate on other things. In the manufacturing world, or again, really in all of business, I think there's 3 things that you can negotiate for, and most things fall under one of those categories. Price, time, quality. You can pick 2 of 3, right? If you want it to be a good price and high quality, it's going to take a lot of time. If you want it to be quick and high quality, it's going to be very pricey. And if you want it to be quick and low price, well, guess what suffers? The quality, right? So you get to pick 2 of 3. Now, if you're giving up price, right, you're allowing your supply chain to make money in the early days, well, guess what? You just made yourself time and quality. Those things are so much more important, right? You shouldn't be worried about margins. You should be worried about revenue. You have to sell to be a company, right? One of my mentors used to always tell me, if you haven't sold, you're not a business, right? People are running out negotiating pricing, making business cards, making websites, doing all this that has no immediate impact on whether or not you have a business. Put those things in the trunk, focus on time, getting your product out in a timely manner, and making a really, really good product. And I would say that's number one priority. So say to the people that you're discussing this with, right? Give you a thing that Chinese like to say, 不是钱的问题. It's not a question of money, right? I did a whole video on this in the past. Being able to allow that price gives you everything else. They're going to say, okay, then what is it a question of? Well, it's a question of doing A, B, C, D perfect. Quality, 质量. The quality of the product needs to be perfect. Understand that that is what I'm after and the price we can work on over time. Music to their ears. They'll love it. That is what is going to make your business successful. Once you're giving up the price and you're allowing the factories to understand that your number one priority is quality and then time, and that they're giving the product in a timely manner, you're going to be so much ahead of your competition. So that's how to negotiate, or rather how not to negotiate in China. Obviously, results are going to vary depending on whether or not you're actually in China, what your product is. There's obviously a big difference saying stuff face to face or calling them from Wisconsin between making cheese curds. Getting a good deal, there's a lot of different factors. But keep in mind that getting a good deal in terms of price should not be your priority. And if it is, you're coming to China for the wrong reasons. It's not the cheapest here anymore. It's the best. Talk to you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.